Live?
I think you should start, brother.
All righty then. Let me get the document up. Everybody can see. All right, thank y'all for coming. Appreciate it. Pretty much, I also got the streaming, so if anything, other people that aren't here, I sent them the links. So for the people that are not here, they can get it. And then, of course, if you wanted to, Alana, no, I did not. But if you ever wanted to look back at it, I'll send you guys a link so y'all can see it. But first, I want to go over issues with just this shop, and it kind of goes over to the other shop as well. Really just giving an environment to our customer, to you guys, our tenants really, and then your customers, your clientele, making sure that they feel comfortable here so they can actually do business. Biggest thing is language of music. So if you do anything with the music, we haven't had complaints in terms of it being too loud, but the vulgarity in the music itself. Myself, like anybody else, I don't really mind the cursing, but at the same time, there are some people that do. And the people that do are the ones that pay you. And that becomes a problem. And we don't want that to be an issue going into the future. So essentially what we want to do is make sure that you guys watch the language of the music that you're playing. Make sure it's on clean. And if you hear any vulgarity, switch it, turn it off. Let the other person know. If somebody approaches you about it, we've already talked about this before, but if anybody approaches you about it, just let them know, hey, please turn that down. My customer or myself is offended, and we want to try and keep the environment as clean as possible.
Stop.
Especially.
That's the main point of it right there. The music as well as the television are for customers, really. Honestly. You want to pass time with music, put it in here. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's never an issue until it's your customer that gets offended and leaves and don't come back. Even though this is not a church, we understand that. But when you go to Walmart or somewhere else, public, you expect a certain level of decency. You don't expect to hear the dirt when you're in the public, you know what I'm saying? And that's really our main point. It's the customer's number one thing. You know what I'm saying? So without the customer, we need nothing.
Because usually what happens is I'll get approached like last week, and then it's immediate. I have to say something. Because it's at the end of the day, you guys pay us to provide a proper facility for you guys and a proper environment within that facility. And if we do not, then it's going to be an issue for yourself and your client base that's paying you so you can pay us, just to keep it real and 100. So the next thing is we want to prep this place a little bit better for the stylist area. So we're going to be working and talking with you guys, of course, about cleaning up that back bar. This is this location issue mostly. But cleaning up that back bar, installing more storage and cabinets, just to make sure that you guys can put your stuff in a place that's nice, keep everything neat, nothing falls. Even the other day, I think there was like a whole thing of Beijing. Yeah, there was like a whole thing of Beijing. Accident waiting to happen. Yeah. It falls
full
by
of water
accident.
and this die left. If somebody knocked it off there, it will obviously stain the floor, etc.
Right. Like we have a Beijing stain on the floor already.
We gotta
things
stop
like
sinks. My advice is not to wash Beijing down the shampoo sinks. Wash it down the bigger sink because it tends to clump up, and when it starts to build up in the drain, it's gonna stop it up. Like, it's gonna stop it up.
And then, again, another issue here, and Mike, I do want you to go into the issues at the other location, please, if you have any. Ongoing light replacement. So we'll still be working with that, trying to coordinate with you guys. So you got just to let y'all know that all these lights are going to be replaced. We still have, I think, 2 in the back that are blinking, but that's an ongoing issue. Essentially, we're only getting like 10 at a time, and with it only getting 10 at a time, it sucks for us. But that's the position that we're put in, and that's what we kind of have to deal with. And that's because of the manufacturer. Can't speed it up much any more than that, but it is what it is. So we just ask you guys for patience on that. We appreciate it. And Mike, I'll let you go over your issues, if any.
All right, we don't really have no language or music issues, but the shampoo back bar area, like you mentioned here as well as over there. Your products, when you're done at the end of the day, take them up, get rid of them. My nail ladies are pretty much, it's a big improvement from what it was. Good on that. Really, the people who need to hear it at my shop, that it's a guest management issue, and we ain't got to that yet. But when people come for service, like if you come to get your nails, I don't expect you to bring your 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? Because who's gonna watch them? Simple as that. You can't watch them, the nail tech can't watch them. Like, who's left to watch them? That's a big issue, and that's how a lot of things are going to get damaged and broken in the shop. Unsupervised kids. They shouldn't go to the bathroom alone. Believe it or not, we got insurance against molestation. When a man came out and first did the inspection for the other shop with the back room and the bathroom and all that, got doing the policy. So it's for me, the owner, to keep the onus off of me, to tell you or have it posted, don't send your child to the bathroom by itself. It's a reason. If he lock himself in the bathroom the way it is, right? Or she, we got a slide lock once you get inside. Because we had a code and they broke that. And he decided he want to climb the date and fall down and bust his head in there. How we gonna get in there? How we gonna know? Yeah, but he never should have went in there alone like that. You know what I mean? And we really not gonna harp on that too long. The other issues of the marketing, etc., is what we need to get to. But go on down. This is where this leads us to. Okay. The other shop is a whole lot more established than this shop. It's obvious. You know what I mean? We won the #1 best in South Florida. Being put in that situation or put in that category, there's certain things you're going to have to live up to. And you don't want to clown yourself. The so-called best in South Florida #1 shop. When people come in, they should expect like a certain level of professionalism. And not to say that we bad, but if we stepped it up a little bit, it'll be that much better. You know, as far as especially how we relate to and promote one another. Because today is your day, tomorrow is that person's day. You know what I'm saying? Or you may be more accomplished at what you're doing. You got followers, you got clients, whatever. But there's a time you ain't had that. And you know, you gotta it's not a saying, it's just karma. You gotta try to reach back and help do something for somebody else. So with that being said, we got a few events coming up.
Before that, to add to that, that's usually what's known as affiliate marketing. You have affiliates or other people that will market for you or put your information out there. Making sure that they put your post out there on their websites, making sure you put your posts out there on your websites, any social media or groups that you are privy to. So for instance, you're a stylist, but then you have one of the #1 top rated barbers in your area, or just your homeboy, and you want to promote him. Promote him on your channel, promote him on your pages or what have you. Talk about them on a regular basis. Let people know where
they are. Especially if they ask you to do so.
Right. And make sure they do the same for you. Just pretty much reciprocating, like, you know, hey, this is the environment that we want to actually push for ourselves, and making sure that everyone else pushes it as well, so that we can grow the audience in a sense. Because somebody might like you and then might not like their barber, so they might take your recommendation and say, all right, cool, I'm going to come to a Rico, an LK, Maurice, anybody else.
Right. And I wanted the social media person to be here to talk about hashtagging and how to effectively use it and grow all of our social media and all of our following.
I'll work with her to try and get that so that at least put it on a document and then send it out to everyone, and then go over there.
And one thing about the hashtag, if you don't want to type it all the time, paste it in your notes. So whenever you're ready to post, you go in your notes, you copy the joint, you post what you're going to post, and you hit one button, and you got everything done. Or you write your caption, then you hit that, and you're done. You know what I mean? As opposed to trying to remember to put all of this stuff and put it correctly every time. You know what I mean? Also, before we leave here, we're trying to have it where everybody got everybody's phone number. Because it's real, it ain't annoying because it's my business. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes calls come at inopportune times and you can't call back when it's business. Oh, I was calling for Miss Such and Such number. I was calling for Chica number. You understand what I'm saying? If everybody that works for ToppCuttaz, period, should have each other's phone. Whether it's on this side or that side, we may be referring a customer over here. Sometimes people just grab the first address they see for ToppCuttaz and might show up here. Though they wanted to go over there, but we need to have communication with who's over here. You know what I mean? They got their phone to where it rings again, and ours gonna be ringing again soon. Because we lose a gang of money not answering that phone.
Right.
If we engage, like say social media, the day we put something up, and we talking about something that's provocative that got people, that'll make people call. And at least if they could talk to a real person, I want to you know you're going to get this a lot. Miss Dana there, you're going to get tired of it. But that's Miss Dana thing. You got to let one, as soon as don't be is Chase there. Or is Miss Keisha there. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's what it is. You're going to have to put up with that. You know what I mean? But I believe a live person getting that phone, and that should be a reason for, again, the people that need to hear this, they ain't here. If you don't got no work going on, especially in the barber and stylist side of our salon, you need to be up front. That's why the front is there. You can watch TV, you can watch the door. It's gonna tell you in the front door. Straight up. Because some of us have been there long enough. You know who wrong customer. So you know who the walk-in is. But the people love it when they greet it. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to ToppCuttaz. They own it up there to the front. And most of the time, but it's not their job to always get you, find you, look for you. And you good about it. I'm gonna step out. I'm here, I'm there, but everybody don't do that. And then they'll come in and they face frowned up because you didn't get to walk in. Well, you sending him all the walk-ins because he's here. It's quite that simple. You know what I'm saying? I'm sending him all the walk-ins because he's here. The same thing with walk-in traffic in this shop is the same as over there. The only reason it ain't no lot of walk-in traffic because when the people come to get walk-in business or services, they're not getting service. So if I walk in to Dollar Tree expecting to get a Coca-Cola and they ain't got Coca-Cola, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? It's just that damn simple. I'm not going with a Coca-Cola truck over here in about 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not waiting for that. I'm going to leave. You know, why the barber said it seems like the barbers get a lot of walk-in? Because we here, we cut. And we accommodate. How long is the wait? Ain't no wait, sir. Hold up. Somebody free for you. Or he got one. Though it look like there's a lot of people, by the time you talk to them, okay, you got that little fear out of them. When they see a crowded place, they never been here before. You know what I'm saying? You got to put yourself in the consumer mind. You got to start studying the people that spend bread with you. How they spend bread, what time of the month they spend bread. Because people do shit on trends. This weekend right here, you should have got your money up. Because there's a lot of carnival. It was BET Awards, it was the UM game. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to make yourself available. This ain't the weekend to go do something with the kids. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't the weekend to say, well, it's my anniversary, baby. We're going to do it later. You know what I'm saying? That's just how your money comes. If we was on a regular structured job that's getting a paycheck, you could do all that. But unfortunately, the industry we in, you're going to have to bend a little bit to get where you're trying to go. You're going to have to be a lot uncomfortable. Not a little uncomfortable. You're going to have to be a lot uncomfortable to get where you're trying to go. I could ask everybody in here, they got some type of idea of a dollar amount that they want to at least make per year. Whether it's 100,000, whether it's 200,000. So in order to do that and make it real, and it ain't just a pipe dream, you got to set yourself some daily goals, some weekly goals, and some monthly goals, and stick to them. And if it ain't growing, you got to go harder. You got to do something different. Like, for instance, you got a nail shop in the next class over there. Me, being the person I am going in front of the Asian shop and market, and they ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, I'm gonna do it. When I'm slow, where I would be posted up is not necessarily in front of their shop, but the building turns like this. It's a corner right there, like not in front of their door, but you gonna see everything going to them. And as you see somebody going to their door, you just give them your card. And especially, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. They'll do it to you. Trust me, they'll do it to you. But they eating, so they cool. All it takes is for them to know it's an alternative. A lot of people go in there because this is the last stop, and I know I'm finna go in and get it done. That's why they go to them. They ain't getting the best stuff. You think they putting Valentino on them people's hands? Hell no. They get them whatever. Y'all using the best stuff and can't get people to come in. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to do something different then. You got to, whatever they doing to make them go out, it's availability. You could have a warehouse full of dope, but if you never at the trap, ain't none of it gonna sit. Now rock, gonna sit.
I like the way you put that.
Yeah, you gotta break that down. All the way down. That's what it is. You understand what I'm saying? It's your availability. If you walk into my shop and if you're a astute person and you work there and you hit that door, and every time you hit that door, damn, the owner here cut. The owner here, the owner here, the owner here. The owner here, the owner is here. When I get here, that's a good habit I might want to do. Because why? The owner started out as a barber like you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't not a stylist, I'm not a nail tech, but it's the same concept. It's the same thing. Set yourself up as a business entity. Don't look at yourself as I do hair. I'm just a nigga cut hair. No. LLC, business bank account, pay your taxes if you zero out. Zero out for $13,000. I made $13,000. I spent $13,000 on clippers and going to house shows and whatever else I did. But make it zero out. When you owe the IRS $45 or something.
Also,
business contact information.
Also, business contact information. Making sure that you have a phone number for your business or a phone number that you're always available to be reached at. Even if it's email,
a Google Voice number,
information out there too.
You might don't want to put your real number out there. You understand what I'm saying? And your business number is not your real number. If that's what y'all want and you want us to give out your real number, say that. You know what I'm saying? And I won't. It's real simple. Miss Davis don't give out her number. Period. And she got all kind of business. Thank you all. Take care, y'all. But she does not give out her number. It ain't stopping her business. But you get in contact with her. if you had to, you're gonna find your way, But we want to make it easy. In business, I got a saying that the customer want to hear rhythm, not static. When they walk in that door, think about it. They left their crib. They made sure they had money. They got in their car and drove to you to spend money. You gonna act up when they get there? You got it like that? Who got it like that? You gonna act up when you start a conversation. You wonder why when you go in these stores that you can go in the Louboutin store. This expensive store, whatever. But when you come in there, they're gonna treat you like you're the first customer they ever had. Period. You know what I'm saying? Unless you do like a booster. Then they're gonna watch you.
And that moves into the next thing. A general price list for all services. We want to start getting that together. So I'll be working with Shay on this. So she'll be getting with some of you guys about this. Getting a general price list that everybody can at least adhere to. Now, Tito made a comment. He's like, listen, I don't mind a general price list, but a $20-something cut, they're going to get a $20 cut. It's not going to be anything serious. It's not going to be any serious shape up or fade or anything like that. We're not expecting you to do crazy stuff. Just a general price list
He said, you said a general price list. Yes, we'll put general prices.
Like 20 plus, you know, like
Yeah, now that's what
something
I'm
like
talking
that.
about, and I'm gonna tell you why. You look on the different stations. One dude got $1,000 worth of clippers. One dude got $84 worth of clippers. One dude got a whole bunch of, you know, after like Joe go give you a $40 cut. You got your hair wash, you got skin treatment. If you need to put toppings on you, you got toppings, you got a little bit of dye, you got enhancement, you got a wave treatment. You need to give me $40. You don't need to give me the base price. So what I suggest is, like you said, to add up and have it like a la carte. So when you get your smart ass customers, because you're gonna get them that's gonna try to hold you to that. So now, since you're saying why you paying $30 instead of $20, because remember I wash your hair, you asked for enhancement, you got topics, you understand what I'm saying? The razor. When I was legit, the shop I went to, a razor was $3 more. See what I'm saying? Whereas we throwing the razor now, but it ain't always go like that. You're gonna pay extra for a razor shape up. So if we have to go back to that to get you still to your ticket, we're not diminishing no prices. We never did no $5 specials and none of that. When we giving away, we're giving away. But other than that, this is a business. Ma'am, I know your son is 4 years old, but the cut is $15. This is a business. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how loud you scream or whatever you say, it's what it is, because you telling me, why I gotta pay that for a baby when the baby got on Jordans? Did you tell them that? When you was in Foot Locker? No, you didn't. You got it because it matched little boo-boo and the rah-rahs on, and you paid for it. But now you want me, he's not gonna sit still. You want a design on this kid's hair. You don't take care of his hair. He gonna cry before I even start, because I gotta deal with 2 months of supposed to be curl sponge. You just ain't combing this kid's hair. You understand what I'm saying? And then they're gonna show you a picture of how it's supposed to look. Now this picture, Photoshop #1. You know what I'm saying? They done put enhancements on shorty. You don't see you got a little beard and shit. You know that boy ain't got no beard. And he paid $60 for this haircut that you coming in your phone and get in my chair showing me. That's why I don't really, you know, the price of this thing, it's a pro, it got pros and cons with me. I haven't had a price list in like 3 years, almost 4 years. And it's never a problem. It's not an issue. Is it an issue? It's not an issue.
The biggest thing for the price list is moving into one of the next things. We can still stay on this. But essentially, we want to put some type of advertisement, a TV, a rotating.
Okay, specialties perhaps.
That's going to be there that everyone can see. Especially for this shop, possibly for the next shop, but you guys have tint on the window, so that's a little bit harder.
Yeah,
but
and there's still the TV outside.
Right. But you know, and that's one thing that we want to actually promote is your specials. Say Pinky has something going on, or Shay, I think you had something going on for the month of September, right? Yeah. So all those different deals, we want to make sure that all those deals are present and like out there up front. Make sure everybody can see it. And that's kind of why we want to do that. So it's like, hey, let me know if you're going to have some type of special so we can put that information out there for you guys so that you can get more customers.
So the next promotion we have at this shop, we did the receipt for Fresco Emax down the street. And I'm really thinking about doing the whole ad, because I was going to put like coupons on there for different things for people that walk in. Doing the whole ad in Spanish. I wanted to know what was our thoughts on that, because who do you think really patronized that store? Fresco. On 57th and 183rd. Huh? Yeah.
What kind of store is it?
It's Wendy's grocery store. It's a Spanish Wendy's. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. That's what I've noticed. I think they're the same company too.
And one thing that's
another brand from Wendy's.
I've always mentioned to everyone that's here, come on a Saturday and Sunday. Go out to the plaza, take a left. And you'll see a lot of potential business out there.
The warehouse?
Yeah, the warehouse. Right. there's more than enough people there that you can pass out your flyers 2 to 3, 4 times, and then always get somebody new. Every single time. You're not going to see the same people out there all the time. So doing things to get more foot traffic in and more people that can actually start using your service. Hello, ladies. So one thing we want to do is stressing getting out there a little bit more to increase your own foot traffic. I know we talk about, hey, listen, Mike, you need more foot traffic, especially here. This shop is mainly for people that are established. They already have clientele, people that they can reach and say, hey, my address has changed. Now we want to get into the next, since things are a little bit more stable here, we want to get into the next phase as owners to say, hey, we want to increase your foot traffic even more so by doing even more. So one thing is the marquee out front. They finished that a little while ago. We've just been going back and forth with the sign people. They've been kind of jerking us around on that. Right. So we want to finally get a sign up there that will get done hopefully by the end of this month, right? I think that's reasonable. Yeah. All right. So that, and then also maybe even doing something on the front, one side of the window front here, or the frontage here, mainly for the ladies. Again, we want to make this a better place for ladies, for stylists, I should say, to come in and start using the facility. And that's going to be pretty important, and that's going to be like a more aggressive move for us to try and get that back filled up until we can get something.
What the feedback I've been getting, honest feedback, is from the front of the place, no matter what we put there, you just see barbershop. Right. If you don't know, okay? So we're going to put softer colors, pictures of girl stuff, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, we're going to utilize the marquee. I see, and we got to ask Charlie what's going on. Mm-hmm. They got the LED joints on the next 2 plazas. Did you notice that? And everybody's stuff come up on the marquee.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you plan on putting one here? I think so. You should.
Last time we checked with the landlord, per the emails that we've been getting from our contact with them, is that they were getting the lighting fixed in the marquee. And that took a while, and they finally got that
after the storm, after Irma, they blew out.
Right. So they finally got all that fixed, it looks like. So now we got to start doing our push to actually get a sign up there for us. Also doing little things, if you know somebody that's cheap, have one of them signs that people be flipping out there or something like that. We're willing to pay for that. So if you have somebody that wants to stand out there for a couple hours or anything like that, and you just make a sign so that they can actually say, hey, listen, barbershop, salon here. That would be good for us, and then that at least we can get the street traffic. That goes into the next thing, ensuring someone is here. Now, again, you're not employees or anything like that, but at the same time, what we see a lot, even when I'm here on a Monday, and sometimes, I know that's like the national, I guess that's the set day off for stylists or the hair industry, because you guys work so much, especially on Saturdays and Sundays, or Friday to Sunday. But I want you guys to try and make a better effort to be here. I'm not sure how it is at the other shop, but to be here to take customers in. Because I've been here while they're doing the lights, and somebody walked in and he wanted something real quick. A problem with me is that I didn't have something that Mike mentioned earlier, and I'll work with you guys on this, is having some type of registry to where I have everyone's number. So sometimes I'll be like, all right, cool, I'll do it at random. I'll say, hey, Maurice can get this cut, Shay can get this cut. Decide who's the last person I gave their number out, and then I'll just give out the next person. So one thing I work on, I think most of you guys filled out that form that I sent out from Google Docs, and it has your business number on it. So I'm going to start using that and make a registry of everyone's name, so that we all have it, and then that I have it so I can use in the event that we ever need it.
All right, moving to the next thing, we need to get a set date for a photo shoot. So y'all know that it's coming up. We're going to try to always do Sunday or Monday. I prefer Sunday. Photo shoots with this many of us take time. We would have to start on the hair and makeup from early in the morning. Like last time we did it, we paid these photographers about an hour. So you can't just pull up when you get ready. You understand what I'm saying? Like, are we doing a photo shoot? this is the time we're gonna start shooting. You know what I mean? We want to do some of it video, some of it photo, do the brochure again. People nosy like that. They want to see who on your team, who all you have over there. A lot of times like Miss Keisha been out here doing nails a minute. So she got clients probably from 10 years ago that she hasn't seen. But when they see her on this flyer, oh wow, this is what Miss Keisha is. And this is what Miss Tish is. I done found her again. So forth and so on. I found that was really a one effective way. So we're gonna settle on a date coming real soon because it's really like no more time to waste with that. Next weekend we have a voter registration drive going on at the Miami Gardens location. And we probably gonna do a little refreshments or what have you for the people that are doing that because I think it's real good what they're doing. As soon as I know when Gillum is coming back, I'll definitely let everybody know, and y'all know what comes along with that. Usually the media is following it, you know.
Yeah, because it looks like he's going to be a pretty big candidate.
Yeah, it looks like that's gonna be our governor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
One thing to point out that Miss Betty does, Groupons. Not to give you secrets, man. But Groupons, putting your coupons and other information out there as far as your deals are concerned, making sure that you're linking that information into your social media, making sure that other people that don't do the same thing as you are linking that information in their social media. One thing I wish the publicist was here, but she just couldn't make it. But I'm going to talk to her more about getting a form together. So what happens is, and we talked about this yesterday, is that when people give us information or give, say, Mike information, they'll tag him in a post, but then he'll get, 200 notifications or mentions or something like that?
Right.
So with that, he can't really share that easily. So if we can have some type of form or just send things to an email. I know in the past, Kay has sent me something that said, hey, listen, Kay, make sure you put the address for the location, and then your name and your number, or a proper contact number and information. So that way I can take it, and then I can put it everywhere. I can send it to anyone, and they can put it everywhere. So again, that gets back into affiliate marketing, making sure that we're sharing all the information to everyone for everyone. And going from there.
Next thing, we have an event here. It's class. Fahim Alexander is coming from Philly to teach a barber class. We have Dahlia from Dahlia's Dollhouse going to do a closing class. And we trying to get Miss Dana to speak on the panel at that event to do the introduction for her braiding class that's coming. Date to be announced, right? Date to be announced. Miss Dana been out here a long time. My sister's super shy, but really it's time for, to pass on some information because a lot of people know her, but they don't know her. They don't know her professional expertise side. They never heard her explain her expertise. So I do believe by having her on our panel, a lot of people gonna come just to hear that. Fa got a lot to bring to the table. Dahlia is going to do a demonstration she's going to speak on shop ownership for the ladies that we're trying to attract to come to our class. And I think she's going to do a closure demonstration. And that evening is going to be followed by a cut party. What's a cut party? A cut party is all of our people definitely should have models here to showcase with. We're going to have drinks. We're going to have music. The bar is going to be cash. We're charging at the door. Because at the end of the day, we've done too much free shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's really about the chips right now. And to attract people to what we have here. You know what I mean? So with that being said, at the cut party, I would expect for the people that we're going to get in, for like our nail techs and stuff, to be doing demos at that time. I don't care if you're doing a one nail for a person, how they do at the shows. Or you have a model that we're doing. The next thing is this other lady's coming from Biloxi, Mississippi, I think. She's doing a cutting class. She may come here, and then we got Patrick Bradley coming. Ain't that his name? That's gonna be big. This colorless we got to get behind that all the way and really start marketing that, because a lot of people that saw that post went crazy. Like, he's coming here, he's going to be a job shop, this and this and that. We have to make the most again of what we got and come and suck that knowledge up. Though it might, he a colorist, correct? He's a colorist, cosmetologist, period, right? But I think he specializes in color. I don't care if you're not a cosmo. I done said it before, the line between a barber and a cosmo is, if you scared to wash a man's hair, and you got homophobic things going on with you, you need to check yourself out. But you need to get your money up, and you need to know more stuff. I'm going, you know, if you need a hair bump removed, I got my extraction tools. I got everything I need. I ain't got no problem doing it. If you need a hair wash, I'm do it. You know what I'm saying? But we got a shop full of girls. If I'm busy, I'm going to pass the money on. You understand what I'm saying? And let it be something for everybody. But at the same time, it's information he has that you can use. I don't know if y'all know what the dude name was at the basic thing. Eubanks, the one was on the Atlanta Housewives. Listen, when I tell you, you know, oh, he a homo. Listen, that man knows so much about the salon industry. It is ridiculous. I didn't know he was that sharp. And the things that he talked about that he went through in his climb, you know, it made people real. You see him on the TV, you think one thing, but he came down to human level when he was speaking to us and gave away a lot of valuable information about the salon industry. So I just think that we need to make the most of the event, and everybody needs to at least try to sell 2 tickets or get 2 people to come. And you know what I mean? It's on Eventbrite too, so it ain't no, you know, they pay at the door, they might get hit in the head. I'm just saying. And if you buy the ticket to the class for $40, you get into the cup party free. The cup party tickets are $20. You know what I mean? And again, we're gonna start with the food truck thing, like ASAP. I talked to Chinaman, and he was with it. You know what I'm saying? He gonna invite other food trucks that he know that's popping. These the type of people, when they put their location, look for what y'all looking for. People are coming. Now, when we do these things, you gotta, if you not available to market, get your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kids, whoever, to pass your flyers and cards out.
Make sure you capitalize on it. I mean,
everything we do, that's what it's really about. When we have this cut party, we gonna kill social media. That's why I really want to get our thing going. You want people nosy, then what they posting today, what they doing today, what style they, what's going on today, and as when you have provocative stuff on your page, trust me, your viewers and stuff gonna go up. If you post a lot of crap, you gonna get a crap following.
And depending on like the amount of people that show up, especially for the food trucks events are pretty large. They get pretty big. I live in the city of Plantation. There's Heritage Park up there. I think every Tuesday night they have the food truck invasion. Joe knows about it. So they have the food truck invasion up there. And with that, you see a ton of people coming out on a consistent basis. So if we get to the point where we have 2, 3, 4 food trucks and they can't just be in the back, then we can start probably having them out front.
And you know, we can talk to our landlord to the point where it ain't gonna be no pressure.
Super supportive guy. The entire team, they're very supportive because they want to make sure that they get their rent payment. Pretty much. You know, so it's going to be a big thing. And then if we can advertise the shop, both locations, all you guys can advertise all of your own services. That would be great.
And it's really be something for us to do. Like when y'all finish over there, it's still popping over here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Send your customers over here. We got more parking space, especially. That's a big thing. I know that's been an issue, especially when I used to get my hair cut. You know, like when I got my hair cut a lot, it's like that parking was the biggest thing. You had to park at Denny's. Here, huge parking space. If we do, especially later on in the day, that parking lot's pretty much empty. That way we block off a couple spots. The landlord's usually very good about that, no problem. We just have to do whatever we need to with the city if necessary, and boom, we're on the popping with that.
Anybody got any uniformity in our look? I know we keep saying it, but the shirts is coming. We're gonna have shirts and jean days. We're gonna have days where I expect, it's going for the ladies. It's definitely gonna be a standard. We should look a certain way. We selling beauty. You gotta look like beauty. The guys, I'm not accepting Jordan slides and shit on the floor. You just don't look. It don't look good. You know what I mean? Especially on our busy days. And if you have on the stuff, the apparel from the shop, it just lets people know who you are. It makes it look more official too. You know what I mean? A lot of times people have to ask, are you a stylist? Are you a barber? They should know that by looking at you when they walk in. We have Miss Stacy who be ToppCuttaz down, scrubs, etc., etc. There's a great representation of. There's no question of what she does. Hey, Raquana, you late? I ain't gonna put you on blast. You ain't gonna do that.
Kind of already did.
And yeah, but just keep the dates in mind for these events. It's the 28th, which is a Sunday. That's the last Sunday of this month. Yeah.
If anything, what I'll do is just make like a public calendar to make sure that everybody has it.
Oh,
And
starts at 3.
Right. So there'll be a couple of things I can do to make sure that that's out there. Directory, calendar, I'll put a list together. What's another thing? Also, this video, you can replay it. We're in talks with a shop consultant, and hopefully we can probably start using her services here in the future.
Yeah, that's
just
what I
bring more business here. We can't get to the point as owners to say, hey, we've done everything when we haven't. There's more things that we can do and things that we're trying to do to make sure that, hey, this salon has business, has foot traffic, this location especially, and then of course the other location. Making sure that this location and all subsequent locations that we ever have planned out will actually have some type of foot traffic.
So the basic thing we're trying to set up here, being with the demographic being different, is more or less like a smart style type situation. We're gonna have a house color, a house shampoo, conditioner, etc., and it's already set up. That back bar is not gonna look like that.
Right.
It's gonna be a color bar, so that when stylists come in here, they know they're ready to work. So our core 6 stylists will be employees that work for ToppCuttaz. They got a time to be to work, etc., etc. And then around those core, we'll get specialists. Somebody who does weave, somebody who does braids, somebody who does dreadlocks. And then after that, we get a makeup girl. We don't need anybody else.
And as more stylists and people come in, just like the barber class, we're going to start trying to do more training for the women. So that's for both locations. Everybody comes here, they get the training done, and then we go from there. Again, we're in talks, so some of the pricing we can't justify until we get more people. But at the same time, we have to do the things to entice more people to come here. And we're in the middle of that and working on that.
Right. And I think that photo shoot would be a good start for us, for everybody to, it worked well before, and it was a real good look. I'm just trying to think of a theme and something that won't have us going too far. Like last time we had on suits and stuff, and then you got on that suit for 4 hours, and, you know what I mean? We just have to see it. We have to do something that we can all have a uniform look, but still look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the uniformity and look isn't so much just shirts or, other clothing, dress, and everything like that. But the biggest thing is just looking like you do what you do. Always having your nails right, always having your hair right. Don't expect that from me. So making sure you have all these things in place so that you look like you do what you do. I've talked about that before, but the look is very important. Mike, is there anything else before we open it up for suggestions? So we can move it along. All right, so if there's nothing else, does anybody have anything that they want to talk about that they want to see in not just this location, but both locations, just to make sure? I know this is, as far as this meeting and the things that we discussed in this meeting, we went over what we're doing in terms of what we're going to be doing. A lot of people say, hey, Mike, I need more foot traffic. Hey, Mike, I need you guys to share more of my stuff with everyone else. hey Mike, I think everybody should be doing this. I always try to take suggestions into consideration. I bring it to the partnership. Renard, if anybody hasn't met Renard, he's the other owner. So especially like with him, with everyone coming out, with the group of us, we try to make sure that any suggestion that you have, we actually talk about it. It's not just, yeah, listen, just pay your rent, get out of here. You know, it's more or less like, okay, cool. What can we do to improve your foot traffic, your look, your feel, and the environment overall for you? So anybody have anything with that? Just opening the floor.
I just feel like when we do a photo shoot, like we just can take advantage of it as far as social media. And another thing that we need to start doing, and even I need to do it more, we need to start posting other people that's part of the team.
Right.
Because we're a team, and sometimes she's new, we need to post her stuff, cover, just post different people's stuff and share
And
it.
she new to the area.
And the ones that have a big following, they don't really, help, they should help the other people that's just starting. Like post them,
And by doing what we saying, and when we gonna give a little blueprint for the hashtagging, all our following will grow. I mean, it worked with the sorriest stuff. Hashtagging, grow your following, period. You know what I mean?
When we did it wasn't even a photo shoot, I think, we just took all of this when I took a picture that time.
And it went crazy. We took just a picture, just the girls just say, hey, let's go take a picture. Went on the side of the building, took an iPhone picture. Posted that, they get more likes than anything because that's what people want to see. They want to see the team. They want to see who worked there. Oh, Quanda there. Oh, Miss, oh, she there. Oh, he there. Oh, okay. All them over there. And that's again, people are funny, but that's how it is. You have to remind them, and then you have to remind them, and then you have to remind them. You know what I mean?
Everybody needs to make sure that they invite a lot of people, and they need to make sure, a lot of people.
Because it ain't like we have no drive events. You know what I mean? It's time for us to, perhaps before the weather breaks, to do another picnic. We did. A hurricane came last year, and it was just a whole lot of stuff. We just did. We never did it.
Yeah, we got a lot of events. We bring out some people.
Right.
Yeah, because you weren't here for the grand opening. Yeah, you weren't here for the grand opening. So for the grand opening, we had DJ, the radio station, we had the news out here.
News, the game truck, bounce houses, food.
The week of back to school, I remember. It was all at the barbershop.
Yeah, they was all busy though. And that's the thing.
Oh.
So I think we need to do another grand opening.
Okay, so another
Maybe not a ribbon cutting, but definitely true.
And out of everybody that's sitting in here, I think only Mike, Miss Daisy, and Miss Davis showed up.
And it was very nice. Yeah.
And we had so many memories there, we had so much going on.
She did.
A lot of it starts with just the initiative. If you wanted to have more, and by you wanted to have more, you don't want the people around you to have more.
We just have to act as a team. And I came because we're a part of the team. We have to support each other. If somebody has something, you need to come. Because they need your support.
And support come in many ways. I mean, if you couldn't come, repost it. You know what I'm saying? Send a $25 cash out. Shit, everybody understand cash out. That means I love you. I'm thinking about you. Listen, all that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I mean, everybody speak cash out.
That brings up another good point. As far as having events here, you're welcome to do it. The biggest thing for me usually is making sure that somebody's here to clean up after that, making sure that you clean up after that, and making sure that anybody else, such as like myself, because I do the cleaning here along with the young fellow, just to make sure that, hey, we're here to take out the trash, clean up the floors, and making sure the shop is ready for everybody else that comes
To
here.
get money again.
So they can get money the next day. So even when we had the grand opening, we had to pay the cleaning lady. I was sick that week. We had to pay the cleaning lady
Two
twice
times.
in one day. Now, again, that's the cost of doing business. But at the end of the day, what do you guys expect? You expect a clean facility, a good environment, does it stink or anything
Yeah,
else
Mr.
like
Cal
that,
over
we
here.
try to stay on top of it. You gonna ride it back over here? I apologize. I don't mean to talk about that.
I'm gonna give everybody India phone number since she wasn't here.
No.
So y'all can just all call her with any marketing questions. Just call at one time.
So I still want to keep it open. So as you said, India, what, curative image? I think that's her name.
Creative curation.
Curative curation. So India, she's the publicist, she's the lady that's been helping us. We wish she was here today, so she can talk a little bit more about it because she speaks to social media stuff. But essentially, we want to try and get her information out there. Again, there are certain things that we're actually contracting her to do for the shop purposes, but then there are things and services that she can offer you as well to help you grow your business.
Like
getting the information.
Everybody should have a press kit. Like say for instance, you an NFL person, or you should have like a bio or something for you with your booking information, your credentials, everything. Like some people, we want you to work BET. Like last year, I got the call. We want you to cut the host for BET, red carpet. Send me your bio. Thank God I got a bio. That's probably the difference between me and Joe Blow getting the job. You understand what I'm saying? Because all my information, my credentials there, when they open it, is nice. Like, ooh, okay, this is who he is. All right, yeah, call him. All this is the difference between you being average and being somebody different. If you want it for a newspaper article, 9 times out of 10, everything they need for the article is right there. Your picture, background information, who you are, what you do, That's why they call it a media kit. You send, and things like this, a few $100s, you got it. You know what I'm saying? But it takes you further in your business, and it definitely helps your image. You don't want to be average. You always want to be other. Like traveling out of town and seeing how other people do what you do will always make you step your game up. When I went to Philly and saw how them barbers move and the money they was making, I was embarrassed. Like I'm a caveman with this shit. You know what I'm saying? They way ahead. They was on the app 5 years ago. Chink came and done Building Better Barbers at our shop 5 years ago. And he was talking about how they was making $1,500 a week off the app. We thought that was a lot of money back then. There ain't no money now. You understand what I'm saying? That was just app booking. $1,500. Nowadays, they probably seeing upwards of nearly $5,000 because between products and how much he charged for a haircut, you getting hit in the head. And your money made when you come to work every day. I'm booked up, so you know I'm looking at $600. I'm looking at $750. You understand what I'm saying? You can start to count that money.
Yeah, you can start planning.
You can start making some plans off that money. Show me who around you, if they're police, teachers, whatever they ask is, they ain't making no money like that. And the money is here. I ain't sell nobody no dream. I had one little idiot walked away saying, "Oh, Mike, you showed me a dream." Somebody came right in your chair and it's killing me right now. He up there at Tallahassee Homecoming, killing me right to this day. So it's just about how you administer, how you use the opportunity that you get. You understand what I'm saying? When I came along cutting hair, the owners ain't do nothing. They're not going to make a flyer. They're not going to buy toilet paper. It's just some people are like that. This is not the situation we in. If you got something that can help, you got an idea. You got an invention. You got nothing ain't crazy until you put it out there. If we can help you take it a step further, then that's what we're going to do. You know what I mean? I know we keep hearing it, but we really working on one product line for our shop, but something that's going to make us money. We love basic, but ain't enough profit in basic for us. You understand what I'm saying? That's just that. We're not getting wholesale prices. If I can only charge like a 10% markup, that ain't wholesale, that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? We need something that when you sell something that costs $10, you made $5, and I still made some money too. You understand what I'm saying?
Anybody else extra, like, be sure to like raise your hand, interject, say anything. You want to make sure everybody's heard.
And what's like, if it's hurting you, say ouch. If something bothering you in here, you got to say it. If you don't bring it out or try to let us know that we can remedy it, then it's gonna always be a problem. You know what I mean? I don't think we have that type of group, but what happens is people will go and have the sidebar later. Whatever you got to say, we ain't got no beefs and nothing going on, so just put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, thank God for a lot of people, we really don't have nobody. Oh, I don't like her, I don't like him. You know what I mean?
And if you do have a problem, you don't want to say it in an open forum, then of course you always have our numbers to make sure. But we've gone over affiliate marketing, things to actually increase foot traffic, things that you can do to increase foot traffic, things that, you know, anything that irks us and what we're actually trying to do. There's not really much that irks us, but what we're trying to do in the back to entice more people to come in, especially at this location and even at the other location, trying to clean that up. Also, I'm working on the phone system here. I'll possibly be working on the phone system at the other location as well.
We gotta answer our phone again. That's
Right.
killing us too.
Right, because there's plenty of times, but the other phone provider just kind of sucks. So I stepped in with that, and I'm trying to get that up and running. I already got the phone number, and I'll do the same thing for the other location, get it transferred over, so we can actually get all that going, so that we can start answering those phone calls, because some people are still old school, and they don't do Instagram or anything else like that. So we just want to make sure everybody, every way they can get in contact with us and with you, it's available. Again, anything? I know there was actually one thing that was just brought to my attention, doing any type of specials for you guys. We're going to work on that and then let you know more about it, so just understand that that's in the works. Also, another thing, Mike and Renard, hopefully we're going to have this conversation after this meeting, but trying to have somebody kind of in-house. I know Chica's been good at this a little bit, just trying to help us get your information, stay in contact, making sure that any type of social media or anything that we can do, we're going to have somebody here at this shop. We have to get into conversations with that to make sure that gets done. I know there's a lot of things that I'm saying that we're having conversations about. We are having these conversations. Other things do come up that somewhat are priority, and then making sure that we can get that get those things done as well and knocked off the list, so we can get to the other things that really affect you guys in your business on a daily basis. So, is there anything else? Questions you guys have? No? Mike, anything you want to end with?
Yeah, I'm sorry we didn't have no food today, but
As far as to-dos that I have, and let me know if there's anything else in terms of that I have to add to my list. So what I have is directory of all info. So the information that you guys have filled out on that Google form that I sent out a while back, if you haven't got that form, I could resend that link to you. Okay. So just talk to me afterwards. So the directory info, so making sure that we have everybody's name, number, and booking site. Event calendar, to make sure that everybody knows about the events that are going on here.
that's why we need everybody's info, so when they go out, you'll have the event calendar. But I could put it in the group text though. I should have put it.
Right, and another thing I'm going to get better with, because I noticed that even with this meeting and scheduling, I was in charge of sending it out to people here. It didn't get to everybody, and I apologize for that. So even when I told people the other day, I said, hey, listen, come in. But that's a part of communication that, again, I want to make sure that that's not dropped, that's not going to be an issue or a problem, and that everybody knows what's going on. Again, you guys are more than welcome, even from the other shop, to come here if you have any events that you want to actually host here in terms of business. You know, business-only events, if you want to do some type of nail party, cut parties, instructional classes. We actually had somebody that did classes. I think it was Olivia did classes here. Miss Debbie utilizes the facility for some of her stuff and instructions as well. So you guys are welcome to do that. We just need to know to make sure that's available for you. So then there's no problems, there is no conflicts or anything like that. And again, that'll get better with the calendar. So then you can actually see it. You can be like, hey, listen, Mike, this day is free. Can I do something in the shop? Mike, anything else?
That's about it. We need to make this more regular. We don't want it to be a burden. We really want the meetings to be something that everybody looking forward to because we making progress or we seeing progress on the things that we're doing. Again, if it's a problem or it's a suggestion, bring it to the head and then we'll bring it to the bottom. Just that simple. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question about information classes that I got in the office or us being our own person, contractors. Any information that you can give as far as retirement, individual IRAs.
Yep, and I'm glad you mentioned that because I didn't. The very next meeting we have, I'm going to have somebody here from New York Life. And I'm going to put y'all down on what my retirement is. 401k, just to explain this here. Everybody loves to say, my 401k. But what a 401k is for most companies is a tax dump for them and some tax liability for you. You know what I'm saying? But the way I'm doing it is I'm paying into an insurance-based retirement, which number one, when you start taking your dividends when they mature, it's tax-free, y'all. You don't pay 100% nothing. You understand what I'm saying? I can send my kid to college. It's like $77,000 for 4 years. And when I turn 68, I'll be collecting like $44,000 a year for the rest of my life. Once I turn 68, the policy starts to pay itself. So I don't even got to pay the premium no more per month. I pay like $900 though. Because of my age, I pay into it aggressively. I don't got no retirement from the chain gang. I got to make my own. I keep stuff as plain as I can. I'm not finna sit up here and hope somebody do for me when I'm doodling on myself in an old age. You understand what I'm saying? I gotta be able to take care of myself. I gotta know I got me something coming. I paid into Social Security, but Social Security might be shooting me $800 a month. I'm supposed to live off that. Where I'm gonna live at for that? You understand what I'm saying? And you got to keep it. If you keep this on your mind and you set yourself up this way, you will see yourself as better than the person who got a job. Because though they holler about benefits, listen, the average job make you pay for your benefits. I like, how y'all don't get that? Your insurance, when it go up, this year it's going up. You're taking more out your check. You understand what I'm saying? The same thing with the IRS. They take your money every month, hold it, and then tell you how much they think you should get back and give you a return, and everybody's happy. Let me hold my bread and flip it and hide it and lie and everything else and give you how much I think you should get at the end of the year. How about that? You know what I'm saying? But we have that advantage. You know what I'm saying? The same thing when it comes to our retirement. You could say, like with Chica being young, with LK being young, if they start this plan now, they can pay perhaps $400, $300 a month, just throwing a number out there. He died, his kids get 300 bands a piece. You know what I'm saying? If it mature all the way out, they're going to be millionaires. That's why they call the policy the $1 million baby. If that policy go on and on till my son get old and he don't cash it all out, he going to be a millionaire. Period.
Sorry, I cut you, man. You were talking. What you were gonna say?
That's what she was asking about retirement.
We make money. We know how to make money.
Right.
But at a certain time, a lot of people that are in this business, they don't know how to. We have not been taught. We have not learned how to let our money make us.
We ain't got no end game. We know how to get the money.
We might get it, but when it comes down to investing,
Right.
a lot of us in this boat, we're doing it later in life.
Right.
We come to a place of maturing where we start seeing, start aging, family growing, and we realize in this business that we have not been under the incline of a business to put into a 401k. And with IRAs and with or money mutual accounts,
Risky.
the percentage that they're paying out is crap. You have to find something. And I just hope
Our very next meeting, I have a rep here. I have a lady from Legal Shield. You know what I'm saying? It's really a lot to be offered. We all had Aflac at one time. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of calling them back
Right, and
in.
their hand, it's like in my hand.
And that's another thing.
Right.
It was an issue with a barber getting into a fight.
Because you're too.
What if you break your hand? What if you playing basketball and jam your finger and can't cut hair for a month? I mean, how that works? What we do? And it's serious something to think about because your landlord ain't trying to hear you. You know what I'm saying? Or if you ain't stacked up to be able to handle your expenses for 2-3 months, like how do you deal with that? People get sick. People have babies. All this stuff, like what do we do?
But just at 60 or 70 years old, when your body say,
That's it. You ain't no more haircut. So that's just something to think about. We all should think about our end game.
And another thing to talk about is personal finance, or along with personal finance. I was recently just listening to The Richest Man in Babylon, really good book. I can send a link out to you guys if you want. It just talks about simple things that you can do. It's somewhat of a, not really a fairy tale, but it's just based off of things that happened way in the past. Somewhat fiction. But one thing that they stress is paying yourself first, putting that 10% away that you can actually save, and then having your money make money for itself. Things that you guys all talked about. Same thing. By trade, I am a computer consultant. My night job is a network operations center technician.
Whatever that
12 hours. Literally, I slept for 2 hours at my chair. But I'm still getting paid to do it, and I did some other things. And then during the day, I run my computer consulting company along with my other business partner, totally different from these guys. And then also, now I run this. So it's like making your money make money and doing other things and having things out there. I mean, you guys have seen that. What was the joke? I used to look like a Ghostbuster. I had a whole backpack vacuum. I started a cleaning business. I have no problem cleaning toilets, no problem, as long as you're paying. I have no problem with that. So doing things like that, we can talk about it more. I'm not a professional or anything like that in that sense, but I've done it. So if you guys have any questions about it, there's a lot of things that you do have to watch out for. All right? Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm a student right now.
We're not
Mike. I've learned a lot from Mike, and
which one?
this one. And
know.
same thing, like Mike, I started from nothing. I'm nothing special, right? But the key, I think, for every business is to work as a team. I think if you start to become like a lone wolf, that's when things start to get shaky. But I think the best thing we can do is to work in the team. And I think that's the basis of everything that we've been talking about. What Mike said about getting into the mind of the client, that's genius. Yeah? It's genius. And it's true.
You got to know who you serve.
And we all have the same mindset. I have another business as well. I have a full-time job, and I help Mike. I did the plans for, the shop, and we work together. But I'm always protecting him, and he's always protecting me. And I think that if we do that in here, we're going to have the opportunity to be able to invest, to be able to do that. Because if we're all doing it, then we're all part of the same group. We all have the same mind. We all want to succeed. We all want to make money. And you get everybody thinking that way, we can be very, very, very successful. And even more importantly, we can reach down and help some other people, which is what we're doing. We're not doing this just to make money. We're doing this to help the community and to help people that want to work. Not lazy bums, people that want to work,
Right.
and want to get up. Yeah.
And one thing, the reason I met with Renard and then really brought a lot of this stuff together is because I do computer consulting for the engineering firm that he works at up in Lake Worth. So my customers stem from Lake Worth all the way down to like Coral Gables. Talking with him. So the biggest thing about that is communication. Communicating on what you're doing, when you're doing it, who you're doing it with, and then that actually really helps you get your information out there. Some people have a vow of secrecy, even if it's just going to the grocery store. I would stress a little bit in terms of if you want to be a little bit more business-minded, in some cases, talk about some of your moves. Myself, developing a software for container farms and things like that. Trying to get that going. Talk with all types of people about it. Other people, also my other customers, and letting them know what I'm doing. Now, I'm not saying, hey, listen, you know, I'm doing this little thing, I'm doing that little thing, so on and so forth. I don't let them know the entirety or the intricacies of the plan, but at least I let them know the overview of the plan. And I think that's important. You don't have to talk a lot, but do communicate. And again, that's towards team building and getting that information out.
So I get that all the time. They jump on me. Well, when we gonna know this? Well, but this one didn't know about this. I get it from all over. So I know I have to be better at disseminating information. You understand what I'm saying? I can't assume because I'm doing it, I know it, everybody know it. Oh, I put it on social media. What? We gotta definitely have an apparatus where everybody can get the information at one time. That's definitely being worked on. And if I could give y'all a jewel, some of y'all again, probably hearing it again, but if you can, every single day when you come to work, the first $20 you make, save it. Forget about it. Every day. Every day.
Yeah, don't remember it then.
Don't remember your $20 when the lady come with the Haitian food. But that's really, I think that's all I have.
Yeah. Anything anyone else has based off what we just said? I know we've ended this meeting like 3 times already, but thank you.
Nuva JJ. Okay.
I don't know if the words cut away. I think Joe wants to talk about it. Oh.
I'll help you solve.
That brings up a very important thing. So what Pinky just did was affiliate marketing. Spreading the word out about services.
I make money off of it. Okay? Like, she don't even have a display in here, and I make $50 just by just telling people. So that's why I want to really, you she completely ignored it. But I think it's something different as to how it's being brought before, where it is y'all just but that's what I'm saying. If y'all was at a pop-up shop or something where this is something more intimate and it's
Nah, they ain't go to this. Yeah, you think you were telling me about
They
it.
were so much into their conversation, they ignored me. So when I went back to them, they was like, how much is this? I said, well, I ignored them, they didn't pay any attention, so I didn't buy anything. So when they went, all three of us, they stopped at the table again. And they still was talking, and then I said, I don't see why I don't know. I don't know what it is. So we just left. Everybody else is left.
It's a lot of knowledge, it's a lot of stuff that goes into it.
And then again, another great point from that back and forth is being open at all times to accept business. Right. Even myself, like, I let people know, hey, listen, my name is Michael the computer guy. Everybody, Mike has me as Mike IT, Mike the computer guy. So that's my card. I don't have business cards anymore. I tell people I'm Mike the computer guy, my cell phone number is this, put it in your phone, save it, make sure you have it. Plain and simple. And then I let people know, oh yeah, I own a salon as well too. Oh yeah, I do a cleaning business as well too. Making sure like, hey listen, I'm a pinky, what don't you do? Like, like, I'm pinky with the lashes or something like that. Or I'm
Also-
Barber Joe, Barber Mike.
Pop-up shops. Y'all want to do it, let's do it. Like, I'm going to show you what Chinaman did to us the other day. That was like a pop-up shop. Nobody's going to forget this man food when he opened. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to want that again. He came, he fed everybody in the shop. Made sure you straight. He know Joe. Because most of the time we went up there, Joe go in. I don't think I never went inside. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but he knew where to come. You understand what I'm saying? And that's, when we do our pop-up shops, we got to be strategic about it and knowing wherever we go, we're going to get business from doing so. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if we're at Art Basel on the corner. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, and actually doing things as a team as well, especially when you're going out. Hopefully you guys can see it today if they're out because I know it's raining. But going out as a team, doing walkarounds as a team, making sure people know that it's a group, that would be good. You guys can do that, of course, amongst yourselves, and then we can do something a little bit more organized as well. All right, I really mean it this time. All right.
But you know what, like, new people, like even me, when I'm not doing nothing, I get my cards and I go out to the plaza and pass out my cards.
Right.
Don't just sit at your desk and think people want to just come and
Ooh.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple of flyers from Shay, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know this place. Right. Yeah, especially like, talk to the management in stores around you. Say, hey, listen, can I stand out front of your shop? I know at the other level. Yeah, no, okay, all right.
That's the damn people because y'all stand in front of their
Right.
shop.
Right, yeah. Or even Simon's. I mean, I didn't
Nah,
know
they don't
that Simon's
mind.
over there in the plaza. And that's close. That's how I have to be. All right, thank y'all very much. Appreciate y'all.
Oh, suggestion. The Sunday meetings do that work for y'all. Better than Monday morning and Tuesday morning.